Okay, well, had problems right here. I got the machine rethreaded and the bobbin taken care of. I'm going to backtrack a few stitches if I can find them and run over them again because I want to lock those stitches together, because these are just regular sewing machine stitches. They're not lock stitches. So I want to avoid any possibility of unraveling. We're almost done. A dozen stitches. And here we're having a bit of an issue again, which is par for the course, but I think this is the last one there is to sew. And these Tippmann bosses, they need to be kind of manhandled. You can't like sew gently with them. Come on. Let me see. Oh, I see what happened. That's another problem with the boss. It'll loop. If it starts having trouble, this thread here, top thread here, will loop down around the tip of the needle. You gotta be watchful for that, and for it not catching the bottom. This is what it's doing right now. So, in order to remedy that, I'm gonna lower the handle all the way so the needle is all the way to the bottom, and then when I start to raise it back up, the thread is supposed to form just a little bit of a loop that goes around the shuttle, and that's what forms your stitch. But if it doesn't do that, you have to do it manually, and that happens quite often with the suede. Once in a while with just regular leather. Okay, now we're at the top, more or less. We're going to swing this around, and we're going to do some back stitches. I probably should have just back stitched, but it's kind of hard to see at times. I'm going to go back 3 stitches or so. Another lesson to be learned. Never, even if it's given to you, I suppose if it's given to you, it doesn't matter, but this light cream-colored suede, it is just, you can't do anything with it because it's hard to work with, and it gets so dang dirty. Everything you do, every little bit of dust, and, you know, I'm working in a shop that is basically, I don't want to say it's a barn, but it's, you know, there's straw on the floor, and it's all I can manage right now. I don't know if you're seeing that. Back up, maybe I can kind of get a shot at what I'm doing. See if maybe I can zoom in on this. You can see that here's our bobbin thread, and here's the top thread that goes through the needle. When it comes back up, it's supposed to form a little bit of a loop, and then that is supposed to get caught on the shuttle, which it's not doing. I guess it's called a shuttle. And it's just not. There's not one of them to work. It's just being persnickety here where it's like the last stitch or two. But I gotta go behind the needle and grab onto it. There we go. Nope. There we go. Maybe. Oh, look at that. Is it done enough? I wanted to go back one more stitch, but I guess it's done enough. See how frustrating this is, guys? I'm not going to say anything too bad about the Tippmann boss. Everything has its problems, but these things either work really great. They go from working really great to going to running really crappy, and you'll mess with it and mess with it and mess with it, and then it just starts sewing again good, and why, you have no clue. You don't have any idea what you did. I think I got that looped. Yep. There we go. It just can be very frustrating. The good thing about these machines is they're completely manual. You don't need electricity. You don't need anything. But they are, I don't want to say problematic, but they are quirky. They're definitely quirky. So I'm going to shut this down. I'm going to inspect this part here and see if these stitches are good enough to trim the edges, trim the ends, and burn them off and flip this over. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.